May I please have my clothing items so I can get the hell out of the house?
Good man that like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station.
White girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged and they actually cared about being independent, and it was something that made you happy. You would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to relinquish power.
Those women outside the country got what the man want.
They will hustle you out of a house, home. They will hustle you out of your own children. One thing about these women, they are not in love.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
I caught you once again cheating on me. All I want is my clothes and I will leave. May I please have my clothing items so I can get the hell out of the house?
I asked you to leave anyway.
I am leaving. Can I please have my clothes?
You can come back later.
No, I'm not coming back.
Well, then you can come.
My clothes are right there. All I need is the things in the dryer. That's it, and I'm out of here. Can you please move out of the way so I can get my clothes?
Now you see what he's doing, right? He's recording everything just in case he has to move her out the way, but he's not going to do that. He's recording it for proof, right? He's showing how uncooperative she is. She's cheating on him. He's probably married. They're probably deciding on getting a divorce. It's not final yet, but she's holding him hostage. Men are tired of being held hostage. You see this? They're like in the middle, right there, about to get divorced. So she's doing this.
And I will leave.
You can call the cops.
So that you can be with Michael.
You can call the cops.
I don't want to call the cops. I just want my clothes and I will leave.
Okay.
May I please have my clothes?
No.
Why? Why can't you just go be with him? Why do you have to string me along?
Last time, guys. You know what's wrong here? The other guy is not as established as he is, right? So she's regretting it like, oh man, I didn't want him to find out yet. You can clearly see it. Why are you holding him hostage if you have somebody else you're messing with? She's trying to monkey branch. That guy is not the right branch. That branch is a little weak. It's maybe a twig. She jumps on that branch, she dies. She knows that.
And pretend like you don't like the guy. After the I just read, just let me go, Kate. Be with him. He's right there. I'm over it, man. I'm done being punked. You can keep everything. Let me have my clothes.
Run.
So I can leave. And that's it. I won't bother you.
Put your recording down.
No, I'm not. Because I have to.
Then you can
because
call the cops.
Everything that you say is a lie.
Then you can
just like how you and Michael are done. He's uncircumcised.
You can call the cops.
Okay, Catherine.
Man. Emotional nightmare. Everything you could think. See, and she's calm about it. She's worse than a hyena. She's a hyena too. Don't sleep, y'all. Don't sleep. Not screaming and loud. She doesn't laugh to fight. She uses silence. What do you call that? What do you call that, guys? What is an animal that's quiet and fights in silence? That's her.
Finally, someone said it. Women always think they're right.
Like
Listen,
what?
there's not a lot of good men who want y'all. Emotional damage. There's a lot of good men out there like we're the good man.
Where did all the good men go?
Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are.
He ain't lying.
They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So that's all you got to offer. We're not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't. She'll say, this man ain't. He was bad. He was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman?
I will defend myself.
You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
Wow, that's a hard pill to swallow, right? Like, I gotta be honest. See, I'm a man. I know there were relationships where I was a lot at fault, but the woman was at fault as well. I'm man enough to say I was at fault for certain things, and she was at fault for certain things. But when you deny, it's a problem. When you sit there and act like you're not doing anything wrong, that's because you've been getting away with it for so long, going through relationship after relationship after relationship. And look at these women here. Look at them right now. I remember that woman said her last relationship was for 3 years. Got to be close to 40, if not more than that. Get it together.
Are you two married?
Yes.
Yes.
How long have you been married?
42 years.
What's your advice for a long and healthy marriage?
The wife is always right.
I've gotten a few of those already.
What's your advice?
The wife is always right.
Yeah, well, I get it, right? They're in a happy marriage. I get it, I guess. But no, I don't play it like that. I don't play it like that. Like, I refuse to go through that wife is always right, right? Let me give you guys an example. When I came out to the Philippines, if I would have listened to my wife, I'd be working a regular job, not making any money. Because my wife listened to me, now the opportunities are endless, right? Because what you have to think is, a lot of times, and I'm not trying to play women, right? They just, when it comes to creative things, my wife understands it, but she doesn't have an abundance mindset like I do. And not every guy has that. Now, am I wrong for saying a lot of guys need more of an abundance mindset? No, I would be right. And a lot of guys do. So a lot of guys that are watching me right now, if you want to know what I did and how to make it out here to the Philippines or Thailand or somewhere else, working online, things like that, I do offer consultations. All of my consultations are under $200. So think of the man, figure that out, and speak to me. I help out with getting jobs. I've been working online for, say, over 11 years. That's before I came to the Philippines. So when I came, I made sure I could sustain a living. But then after that, once I got here, that's when I started thinking, all right, time to expand, time to increase. And I did it. So me coming over here to another country and having someone supportive actually gave me the mindset to think more, right? That's why a lot of guys want to leave. A lot of guys want to put themselves, especially if they're younger, they want to put themselves in that position where they can make more. And a lot of guys can't do that at home. Where a woman is saying, oh, I want you to make more. I want a man making the bag. But you can't help him make the bag. That's the problem. A lot of guys need to leave. And I know a lot of guys that have left. And with their Filipino have made millions. Why is that? Is something wrong? I think there is.
Group of white girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways.
Now, do y'all see that? I heard her say this before, but it looks so much different seeing all these white women at their graduations flashing their rings. It's crazy. This is crazy. They're like, see, and it's true, I've heard this before. Even Kevin Samuels talked about this, right? They're spending 2 years playing around. The last 2 years finding a husband. And they're locking them down. Graduating as an education major. Getting married.
First and foremost, black women are above reproach if it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior.
I'm 13% victim.
We don't want to hear it. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men. And we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence.
Facts.
Nobody wants to relinquish power. You'll find every excuse in the world to not be submissive and wonder why white women can get away with their bad behavior. We take everything bad from white women except for the fact using marriage to our own benefit.
He's cooking our garbage.
But you'll run to the child support office though. Equality against men, and the only time we actually want to be equal to men is when it comes to degenerate behavior, hypersexuality, abusing or abandoning children. Even when it comes to the gold digger conversation, what you don't see those other women do, even when they are just screwing men for money, is bashing men and inadvertently making men feel like they're not important. Also, too, telling them that they don't need men. Psychologically, we have been taught to disassociate ourselves, and even in that Malcolm X quote where he says the black woman is the most disrespected, he also says to be near your man. Because who taught you to hate the very race?
But Man, when I think about all of this, is sad. You know, I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I was talking about certain things. I was even talking about certain people in my family, right? And you know, the conversation we had was that we watched the movie, right? We were watching Madam Web, I believe it is, right? From Marvel. And the black woman in that movie, the attitude she had, right? Then my wife said, why do they always show black women with that kind of attitude? This is Hollywood, y'all. This is a Marvel movie. I told my wife, I said, because black women portray themselves that way. And also, it's put out there in the media for black women to look a certain way. It's all by design. But are black women fulfilling that role? Yes, they are. I said, that's why it's easy to portray them that way. Now, do I think there's something going on against black women, some kind of programming? I think there is. But black women fell for it, right? And then not only did they fall for it from the media, they fell for it from their family. Oh, get your degree, baby girl. It's that people didn't realize it was a whole social programming going on. And it got so bad to where now you don't have to program anyone anymore. Probably worked on the programming for what, 5 years? It's so easy because they did it to themselves, right? The music, everything combined, everything coming at you at once. Boom, you're trapped. And that's what happened. And they put themselves into a trap, and now it's too late. Nothing Passport Bros can do about it, believe.
Overweight women are upset at passport boys because they're not getting picked. Because passport boys are going outside the country, getting more bang for their value. They're getting athletic, beautiful, attractive women that actually wants to be with them, that love them. And the overweight women are just getting left behind and not getting picked, so they're jealous. Of course, they're upset.
Just take those eyebrows off of that. The filter, it looks crazy. You can see her eyebrows, but then you see the filter go, that's wild.
The woman out the country got what the man want. Those women outside the country got what the man want. And you ladies don't want to put in nothing. You don't want to cook. You don't want to clean. So what do you want to do?
Nothing.
When it comes to dating and relationships, who is typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
Yeah, the woman.
So if the woman is the prize, why even bother going out with a man in the first place?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Just eat.
So are women equal to men or are women superior to men?
For sure, superior.
Okay, so then why do women go around saying they want equality when they actually want superiority?
It's just for the look. So people just want to be like, oh, I'm going to go look for this, but they're actually looking for money.
Why is it, do you know what the definition of chauvinism is? Chauvinism means one sex thinking they're superior to another. Why is it when men think they're superior, we call it chauvinism, but when women think they're superior, we call it feminism?
That's a great question.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. But you know, if you let them tell it, we're outside taking advantage, trying to get over on women. That's not the case. I saw a guy broke it down today, right? He said the guys in America that are higher value, they all want those guys. I said all Passport Bros. He said all Passport Bros are doing is leaving their high value in those countries so the women want them when they come. Makes sense. Men have been doing it since the beginning of time. But because their options are leaving, they're mad. What options are those, right? If that guy makes 50,000, 60,000, anything under 100, right? Because this Passport Bros making 90,000. There's even Passport Bros making 6 figures. But still, I'm proving a point here, right? He's taking that money and leaving a lot of women that have no options, the overweight woman like that, who guys usually would settle for. That's going to happen a lot less. So there's no hope, right? And then women that are fine is all fine inside, fine outside, not inside, but fine outside, but used goods. Bad. Still gets a man when she's older because there's guys left to pick them up, right? A lot of guys, single, childless, left to pick them up. You see a lot of women, I showed yesterday, a lot of women were saying, I want a guy with no kids. Woman can establish that. They go out and have kids with the Pookie and Ray Ray. A Passport Bros right there to clean up the mess. That's leaving. That option's off the table. That's why these women are mad.
Don't you agree, Mr. Feather?
Word.
So let me get this right. Let me truly get this right.
Yes, sis, you got it right. So this what's gonna happen with the passport bros. This is exactly how it's gonna go.
Oh, here we go again.
Right? You're gonna catch flights to the next island, right? Because you want to be with a female that you feel that is going to respect you, because you are not in the tax bracket that the women in the United States are looking for.
That's a who's that.
All right. So for you, you want to feel like a baller. You want to feel like you're rich. So you're going to catch flights. Then you're going to go over there thinking of people weak-minded, thinking those women over there in another country ain't finna run game on you, and you catch feelings. One thing about them women in other countries, passport bros, one thing about them, they are entrepreneurs.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
They will hustle you out of the air.
Hold up. So she said they're entrepreneurs, right? She's right about that. That's why you see passport bros leaving and starting business with these women. Exactly what I was explaining earlier, right? Guys are having businesses with these women because they. So you. Hold up. So you mean to tell me you know for sure they're better than you? Because you have not one entrepreneur bone in your body, probably. I can tell from that cutoff shirt, right? With those holes in the shirt. Not presentable at all. And you guys already know. Image is everything. And look at her. Look at her.
You breathe, okay? They will hustle you out of a house, home, clothes, shoes. They will hustle you out of your own children. Okay? So you're going to catch flights, you're going to catch feelings, and then your finances is going to catch a hit, right?
Well, no. Our finances catch a hit if we stay, right? It's so much more expensive to live in the West. Like, you women have no idea. I feel like you should become a passport sis for the cheaper living, right? Especially people that have customer service jobs. There's a lot of people that work online doing customer service jobs in the West. You can take that job. You can't really, they want you to be in the West. You can't move over. But you can go in places like Upwork and do customer service and live outside of the country and be happy.
How? Because they're going to ask you for money. They're going to always keep saying they ain't got it. They need, they poor. Because you're going to be like, oh, look at them. They living in filth without you knowing that they content and they okay with where they at.
Hey, it's okay to spend all your money on women in America, but do not go spend any of your money whatsoever for everybody else that lives overseas. You know, at some point in time, your families had to come overseas too, unless you're a native.
So living in filth. So you say that, right? They have Skid Row in the West. They have a lot of places that are torn down. Look at Philadelphia. It's torn down because of the drugs. But Philippines was like that too. It got cleaned up. When I first came to the Philippines, it was crime-ridden, drug-ridden. Now, night and day. I remember I got off the airplane. It smelled like garbage, right? You see the pollution, smoke in the air. Now, not like that at all. So what happened in that time from 2015? The country changed. What's going on now in the West? It's getting worse. I'm not trying to compare the West with the East, but I'm just saying though.
Because they was born there, they already know what's up. Okay, so another thing, right? Number 4, right? Number 4, you done caught flights, feelings, your finances got hit. Now, when you bring them to the United States, because you're going to move them back, they're going to get their green card. They're going to start to work. You're going to start to be like, oh, she's going to have your baby. She's going to do all that. Because let me tell you something. One thing about these women, they are not in love.
You assume too much.
They do not really fall in love like that. Like how you thinking they fall in love, they are not in love. 4th thing. So what's going to happen?
She's mad. You could tell in them pauses. She's actually pissed. Her options are leaving, right? She had a chance before. There was somebody out there, some passport boy, I know it's one of you guys out there right? That would have been down and out and gave this woman a chance. Stop lying.
See a dude in America that she like, more money, bigger bag, see, scope out the scene, see how the girl's rocking. She gonna get a one-up on you. How? Because she gonna go back to school maybe, get an education, or she gonna tell you she wanna build a business. After she done built her business, she done got her bag, she done entered her mama in the United States, she done got her daddy in the United States, she done got her sisters, she done got everybody in the United States off for your back. Bro, you out of bags, you out of feelings, you out of money, you out of everything. Now, she gonna divorce you. When she divorced you, because you ain't had no prenup, because she ain't got nothing, you gonna think you gonna cancel them papers and she already got it, baby. She done got her 10-year green card and she out of there.
10-year green card. You get that, I think, in 5, right? Am I wrong? Yeah, tell me, don't you get it in 5 years? But anyway, that's besides the point. She created a whole play inside of her head, and she was wrong on her dates. That's how upset they are. It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse, and it will get even more worse than this, because we already know what it's been said. Winter is coming. It's coming. We're getting closer and closer to 2030. 6 years is going to fly by like that. We'll see then. All I know, guys are trying to get out. They see what's out there for them because they've definitely realized it's definitely more to life than dealing with this.
He ain't lying.
Winter's coming.